What's up, everyone? I went to the advanced screening of The Purge Anarchy, the sequel to last year's The Purge. Now, how did I feel about The Purge? You could click on the video below, but all I can say in short, I really like the concept. I thought it's really refreshing. Sure, a part of it that sounds kind of stupid, but I'm just happy that Hollywood finally has an original idea for a long time. So I went to see the movie, and I was pretty disappointed. I was very disappointed, actually. It was just a predictable home invasion movie that you've seen done way better in the past, and the only reason why I recommend the movie is because of Ethan Hawke and Lena Headey. Those two were great. Ethan Hawke was a badass. He kicks ass with a shotgun in the final sequence, so that was awesome. I really like these two. They were great. But the stupid characters are the reason why I don't recommend the movie, because I hate these characters. They're all so dumb. The children of Ethan Hawke and Lena Headey, they were stupid. The daughter, and especially the son. I hated this character. I really hated this character. He's the reason why everything goes to hell, and he's the reason why one of the family members ends up dead. I hated this kid. I really hoped he died in the movie. I hated him so much. So how did I feel about the new movie? It was pretty disappointing. But I do recommend it, and I'll get to that. When I saw the trailer for this, I thought I was getting the movie I wanted for The Purge. I thought it was going to be like Crash. You see different people in different situations, and you see different perspectives from those people. So I thought you're going to see like murders and rapes and robberies and every other crime, and each person from each level is being affected in some way. Like the rich people, the poor people, the homeless people, the middle class. I thought you would see different kinds of people in different situations. But no, you only see what's happening to 5 people in the movie. And you're supposed to care about each one, but only 2 that you care about. 1 you really care about. And that's the reason why I'm recommending this movie, because of this one character, who's played by Frank Grillo. If you don't know who this actor is, he is Crossbones from Captain America the Winter Soldier, and he's been in a lot of movies, actually. He was the trainer friend from Warrior, and he was awesome in this one. Heck, he's pushing 50 and he's still badass. My god, this guy, I wish I'd known of him sooner, because he is awesome. I really like this guy. And in the movie, he's like a mixture of the Punisher and Ash from Evil Dead, so he is awesome, he's charismatic, and every time he says a line, it's funny and badass. There's this one scene where after he saves the 4 people, he saves the mother and daughter and the couple you've seen in the trailers, the boyfriend of the couple is like, wait, should we trust this guy? And everyone's like, why not? He saved us. And the boyfriend keeps continuing on. He's like, yeah, I understand that, but he's got a gun, he's got a bunch of guns, he's got an armored car, he's ready to purge, man, he's ready to purge, so I don't think we should trust this guy. And Frank Grillo's like, I can hear you! And everyone fell silent. So yeah, that was a hilarious moment, but what I love is that the audience that I went to see this movie with, the audience is awesome. I really love this audience. Their reaction is hysterical. I really like them. And, you know, for the most part, they're like me. Every time they reacted to something, I reacted the exact same way. So I'm happy about that. This audience is great. I really love them. He's too much like the audience. He knows what the audience is thinking. So I was like, wow, this character is really written very well. He knows what the audience is thinking, and he adapts to every situation. So he is so good. So what killed me are the stupid characters. Oh my god, these characters are dumb. Just as dumb as the son from the previous movie. My god. So, the mother and daughter. The mother is the only one out of the 4 survivors that I could tolerate, because she doesn't do anything, she doesn't say anything. So that makes her kind of bland, but I'm just happy that she doesn't do anything stupid or say anything stupid. But the daughter, though. The daughter is a loudmouth who never shuts the hell up. My god, she doesn't shut the hell up. Her dialogue is a constant repeat. She just keeps saying over and over again about how the Purge is wrong, and how about Frank Grillo should not get revenge for his son's death. Seriously, girl, just shut the hell up. I wanted the mother to smack her in the face just to shut the hell up. Hell, she keeps talking when they have to be silent, because they know they could be hunted down at any point, and she just goes up to Frank Grillo and's like, so, you left us back there, you asshole. I'm like, girl, really? Priorities! Priorities! Yeah, she's the moral compass, the moral conscience for Frank Grillo, because she believes that Frank Grillo is a very nice person and he should not use the Purge as an excuse to get revenge on the son's killer. But out of all the people who participate in the Purge, Frank Grillo is the only one who has an excuse to kill someone. He wants revenge. Everyone else wants to kill for fun. Seriously, I don't get this. Every single purger out there wants to kill for fun, but Frank Grillo is the only one who's basically doing it for honor. I'm siding with Frank Grillo. So the couple whose car breaks down, they were annoying as hell. Oh my god. And not just that, they keep making stupid decision after stupid decision, which gets people hurt. And they get hurt as well. They are idiots. You know, the girlfriend really looks like Mandy Moore to me at first, so I was like, Mandy Moore, is that you? I'm glad that it isn't, because I actually liked her in Tangled, so I was like, oh, come on, Rapunzel, don't be such an idiot in this movie. They do kind of redeem themselves by the end of the movie, but it was too little too late because they made too many stupid decisions. There's a scene where Frank Grillo is leading the group of survivors through a subway tunnel, and they pass by a bunch of homeless people trying to hide. The homeless people just want to survive. Frank Grillo understands that, so they pass them. But at that very moment, they look behind them just to see a couple of ATVs, and one of the purgers has a flamethrower. So Frank Grillo knows it's time to run. When the ATVs finally caught up to them, the homeless people all of a sudden just decides to jump out in front of the flamethrower guy. I don't get this. I mean, sure, you can argue that, oh, they're going to be found out sooner or later, but seriously, the Purgers had no beef with them. They knew that Frank Grillo and the group of survivors were right in front of them, so they're chasing them down for that reason. The homeless people were just hiding away, and for all of a sudden, they just jumped right in front of them, like 2 feet in front of the ATVs. So, what are the homeless people for? For the increased body count, because you don't see that many dead bodies for a while. Oh my god, that was such a lazy ass excuse. I was hoping that you would have the perspective of the homeless people in this day, but no, you don't. My god, you just see all the homeless people die. They get shot, they get burned alive. That's it. When Frank Grillo reaches the exit with the mother and daughter, the couple decides to stay behind because the boyfriend's really pissed off and he just wants to kill the purgers. He and the girlfriend decides to grab a little corner of the train track. There's not much protection, not much cover. They could easily get shot at. And they did get shot at. The boyfriend gets shot at. And the girlfriend is the only one who actually does something, and she kills off the purgers because it turns out she's very good with a gun. But right after this scene, you see Frank Grillo and the mother and daughter at the staircase. It's a very tight corner, and there's a bunch of tight corners. If you're a tactician, you would know you would try to use those corners and flush out the purgers and kill them one by one. Why didn't the boyfriend and girlfriend think about that? They are idiots. They wouldn't have the boyfriend get shot at. They are terrible. I mean, sure, when the girlfriend finally killed a guy, everyone in the room applauded. Everyone in the audience applauded. But I didn't. I was so upset with them. And then it turns out I was right. There's a tight staircase where they could have a better advantage at killing off the purgers if they have to. Idiots. This couple are idiots. And it's not just the protagonists that are imbeciles. All the purgers, all the bad guys, all the villains, they are cartoon villains. You know what they do when they have the survivors in front of them? They don't just kill them. No, no, no. They spend a minute to 2 minutes just talking and talking and talking and talking, giving speeches about it's their God-given right to purge from the new founding fathers. And it's every man, every woman, everybody who wants to purge saying the same dialogue over and over again. And you know what happens? It just buys time for the survivors to survive. They get saved by someone else. There's a Deus Ex Machina near the end of the movie where they get saved and all that stuff. So yeah, I hate these kind of movies. And what's worse is the guy in the beginning of this movie. He's a neighbor for the mother and daughter, so when he bursts into their room, he wants to kill them, but all he does is just lick them and be very disgusting and stuff, and all he does does is just talk and talk and talk about wanting to kill them and opening them up and stuff like that. There's no tension because you know what's going to happen. You know that the mother and daughter are going to be saved in some way. But no, you're just waiting for that to happen while this guy speaks for like 2 minutes, but it seems like forever about wanting to kill them. And you know what? The mother and daughter get saved. Jesus Christ, I hate these kind of villains in these kind of movies. They are terrible. Stop talking, just kill. I thought this movie was going to focus more on the high class, the middle class, and the poor class, but not really, no. They focus a lot more on the middle class, trying to survive from the high class, so yeah, that's basically it. And at first it seems kind of interesting because the mother is a waitress at a diner, and I found this part to be funny because her boss says that, okay, be safe everyone tonight, okay? Be safe tonight. Make sure you come early to work tomorrow morning. She wants people to come to work right after the Purge. The Purge is from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. She wants people to work in the diner. You know, I feel like it should be a national holiday right after the Purge, so people would have the time to, I don't know, clean up all the dead bodies from off the streets and stuff like that, or, you know, make every place look clean, you know, clean off the blood or something like that. No, 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 no. They have to go to work the next day, especially at a diner. What a terrible job. But I did like the perspective from the mother. She is a waitress, and even though I don't understand why she decides to finish working 2 hours before the Purge, 2 hours is really cutting it close. I mean, I don't know how far she lives, but at the same time, 2 hours? Shouldn't you give yourself more time? Hell, don't even come to work that day. Just relax, you know, get ready for the Purge if you want to survive. But no, she has to work because she needs the money. She has to pay rent and all that stuff, so I understand from her perspective. But the couple, they decide to go grocery shopping. Grocery shopping 2 hours before the Purge. Yeah, you know their car troubles? Yeah, all that happens during their grocery shopping. Seriously, what the hell is wrong with these two? No, don't go grocery shopping 2 hours before the freaking Purge. Just do your grocery shopping the day before. Or, I don't know, do it early in the morning so you have enough time. No. My God, this couple. It makes no sense why they went grocery shopping 2 hours before the Purge. And it turns out they live far away also. Jesus Christ, this couple. Ugh. Frank Grillo saves the mother and daughter. I'm okay with that. And Frank Grillo's like, I gotta protect them. Come with me, come with me. So the mother and daughter follow him. But you know what's wrong with this scene? There's a bunch of armed guards dead, lying around. And you know what the mother and daughter do? They leave the guns behind. It's the frickin' Purge. And they just leave the guns behind. All the assault rifles, all the submachine guns. Hell, there's a Gatling gun too. They don't even take that. But Frank Grillo is awesome with a gun. He's well prepared. He has an armored car, which I wish that he uses a lot, but it gets destroyed as well in the middle of the movie, which kind of sucks. And he has a lot of guns. He does. But not enough to survive through the night. He's only thinking about himself at that point. Also, that's the other thing about this movie. Everything's fate, because I can accept Frank Grillo being at the same place and time where the mother and daughter were about to be killed. I can buy that. But the couple, they have been running through the streets of LA for 4 hours, and they happened to meet up at the exact same place and time as Frank Grillo and the mother and daughter. They see Frank Grillo's car. They check it out. They know it's open. So they decide to go in. Okay, I can understand the reaction of that. But you know what? Which part of the car they went into first? The back seat. If I were in their situation and I see a car that's open, I would check up the front first to see if it has the fucking keys so I could start the car and fucking drive away. Sure, that would be bad towards Frank Grillo, but that's a normal reaction for anybody trying to survive the Purge. No, the couple decides to be in the back seat. And not just that, they don't even lock the doors. Seriously, when Frank Grillo goes over there, he opens the door, he doesn't even use a key or anything, he doesn't have a button, he just opens it and sees the couple there and was this close to kill them. Jesus Christ, they almost got shot at, and I don't care about them. I really don't. Like I said, the only person I kind of care about is the mother. You do see someone from the previous movie, and I'm not going to spoil who, but it was a pretty big surprise when you see this person, because I'm like, wow, out of all the people that I've seen from the previous movie, I honestly didn't expect this person at this time and place. And not just that, you see someone in the beginning of this movie who ends up being in the end of this movie, and you're like, how did they get there? How's that even possible? But I'm not going to spoil who it is, but all I can say is in the beginning. There is one very good thing about this movie. Very, very good thing. There's so many jump scares in this movie, and most of them suck. Almost every single one of them suck. But there's one jump scare. One good jump scare. That doesn't even involve violence. It doesn't involve people dying. No, none of that. It was such a good jump scare, and it's in the beginning of the movie. It actually gave me high hopes, because I thought all the jump scares were going to be that great, but it really wasn't. But this jump scare is so well done. I didn't expect it at all. And you know, jump scares are good when you least expect them. And hopefully the jump scares are not like some loud sound or some loud sting of music or something like that. But yeah, this jump scare did have that, but honestly, I was really surprised. I was happy. After this jump scare, everyone in the theater jumped. Literally. And they were all laughing at that. And I was like, oh my god, that woke me up. You know what? I'm happy about this. I needed a jump scare like that. This is one of the best jump scares I've seen in a horror movie for a very long time. I'm serious. And it's in the beginning. You'll know when you see it if you see this movie. If you've seen the trailers, you know that the rich people captured the survivors at one point, and they set them off in the Hunger Games kind of competition where the purgers have to kill the survivors. So it was kind of cool, yeah, I have to admit that. But it was mostly shot in the dark, and I kind of hate that about these movies too. I mean, the whole movie is basically dark. It's at nighttime, and it's out in the streets, and there's not much lighting. But I gotta say, some parts of this scene was lit very well, but at the same time, I was like, I want to see things. You do see Frank Grillo killing people, but it was kind of dark to see it, so you can't really tell. But you do hear the sound effects, and they were awesome. And yeah, some of the kills you actually do see when you see the lights from the gun and stuff like that, so at least that's pretty cool. Overall, I think this movie was a big disappointment. It didn't take full advantage of its concept. There was too many stupid characters doing too many stupid things. The villains are stupid. The bad guys are stupid. Most of the protagonists are stupid. And the only reason why I recommend this movie is because of Frank Grillo. Go see this movie for him at least. Seriously, he deserves it. That's why I recommend this movie to everyone, just to see Frank Grillo, because he is so good, and this is one of the rarest times where you see him in a lead role. So, you know what? Just watch this movie. Even though it has so many flaws, just see it for Frank Grillo. But I think that this movie will get a lot of money anyway, because the first one was made for cheap anyway, and it made a shitload of money, so I'm sure this is going to be the exact same thing. I mean, the only I don't think it has much competition. It has to fight over Dawn of the Planet of the Apes again, which I haven't seen yet, but I will. And it has to fight Transformers and Tammy and other movies and stuff, so I think this will do well next week anyway. So if you've seen this movie, write down in the comments below, how do you feel about the movie? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you like the previous movie? Did you hate the previous movie? Let me know. If you like this video, please click the like button. If you'd like to subscribe, there's an annotation here for subscribing. So until next time, guys, see you later.